if someone sent you the following comments, how would you perceive it? Would you perceive it A, to be a veiled threat of violence, or B, something else? That's what I'm going to ask you to vote on in this short, quick video, just to get your opinion on something. Without further ado, here's a series of comments right there on the screen. Number one, Loser 101. Now, the gentleman is a spelling bee champion, so he can't spell loser properly, but let's leave that out of it. I don't want to bias the grand jury here, basically treating y'all as my little grand jury. But anyhow, starts it out, Loser 101. You know, sort of sets the tone that doesn't want to be friends, I'd say. Number two, Broke Ass. Again, not going down the road of friendship here. Then we get to number three, Anytime, Anywhere. Now, he spelled it anywhere, but I perceive it to be anytime, anywhere. And the last one is, I live in BGC, Philippines, Bonifacio Global City, Philippines, Manila. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just take those comments. If somebody sent you those comments on your social media or your YouTube channel, a video that you did or a post, you didn't know anything about the commenter, I'm just asking you to consider those 4 comments. There's one more, he's calling me a deadbeat dad. We could throw that in there too. But I think the fact that Loser, Broke Ass, Deadbeat Dad, this gentleman doesn't want to be friends. And then the veiled threat is sort of the combination of anytime, anywhere, I live in Manila. So how would you perceive that? There's a link down in the description to a poll. If I did it right, go over that poll and vote. And it'll either be yes, it's a threat, take it seriously, or B, the guy's joking around, he wants to anytime, anywhere, buy me lunch or buy me a beer. So it's up to you to decide. And I'm going to treat y'all as sort of my little grand jury. Whatever the results of that poll is, I'll give it a day, and then we'll check the results, and then I'll go to the next video. And I'm not trying to sway you either way. You know, I want you to vote how you perceive that piece of communication. How do you perceive it if somebody sent that to you? Unsolicited, unwarranted, from somebody that you don't know. And then once we get the results of that, I'm going to take it from there. And what we're going to do is a case study. And if the majority of you say, oh man, that's nothing, the guy probably just wants to buy you a beer, okay, we'll treat it as such. If you say, no man, that's a serious threat, you know, of somebody wanting to throw down in the street, I'm going to go that route. And this is going to be a case study in dealing with online threats when you're in the public realm. If you're in the YouTube game, if you're producing any content for the internet, you're going to have this element that you have to deal with. You know, you got the trolls, you got the haters, you got the people who are just annoying you, annoying others. You deal with all these things and these decisions on a daily basis. Some people, they just block the first person who has any negativity to say. That's the way they handle business, their policy, so to speak. I'm very tolerant about what people say here on my channel because I truly believe in free speech. I do have some people in the asshole corral, as I call it, for basically being assholes to others, to viewers, or just being so annoying that they provide no value, or maybe I think they're a bot. Some of these folks type so much crap that it's got to be some type of Chinese bot just messing with me. So I do send some people over there, but I'm very tolerant. But when it comes down to threats, you know, violence, death, bodily harm, stuff like that, it's in a different category. And that's what this case study is going to be about. So this is the opening stages of basically how I have to evaluate any type of potential threat, and then my course of action. Okay? But I'm going to do what's called a decision forcing case, which I'm going to put you, the viewer, in my shoes and ask you what you would do as we go through this case. And I think it'll be a learning experience, especially if you're new or if you've never had any negativity thrown your way or any threats or anything like that. So make sure you go over, hit that link in the description and vote. And I want to see what you think. You can also check out a previous video I did. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. But I guess the most recent one when I had to deal with stuff like this was when I did the video on Team Nutcase, on the Pig Whisperer and the Stalker. There's a lot of good information in that video as well. But there are learning points to this. It is real life. What do you take serious? What do you just ignore? What do you hide on the channel? What do you allow to slip through? There's no playbook. There's no playbook. I get a lot less threats. I get a lot less handsome donkeys here compared to what I used to. It used to be a daily fight, a daily basis of just reading all kind of craziness. And I think what's happened is a few things. Number one, the algorithm, while far from perfect, I still get porn bots every day. So YouTube has got a long way to go. But I think they made a lot of strides in just getting rid of people. Because if people come over to my channel, for example, and they leave these types of comments, I'm just one of 20 or 30. This is what they do. And so I think the algorithm has started figuring out who the assholes are more quickly and hiding their comments more quickly. But by far, is it perfect, right? And so I think that's one reason. The other reason too is maybe word's gotten around that I don't just hide you. I'm gonna, metaphorically speaking, because I don't advocate any violence here. I'm a peace activist. But metaphorically speaking, maybe word's gotten around. I'm gonna hit you back. You come over here and hit me for no reason, accusing me of shit and saying all kind of hatred / threatening pieces of communication. I'm gonna highlight you and I'm gonna hit you back, metaphorically speaking. So I don't know, but I don't get it much anymore. So this one right here, just gonna do a case study on it. So what we're gonna do and talk about it. So I don't bias you as my grand jury, I'm just gonna go ahead and conclude this video and then give it a day. Once the results are in, we'll pick it up and we'll go from there. What are we gonna do? Could do nothing. Maybe just hide the individual. Maybe not even do that. Maybe he was just drinking and sending out some stupid stuff. We've all done that. It's like Mike Tyson said, we all do stupid stuff when we're drunk, right? But I want to know what you think. So without further ado, I'm going to conclude this little short talk, go down and vote, and I'll see y'all on the next iteration of, maybe I'll just call this the series, Anatomy of an Online Threat. All right. See y'all shortly.